Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the committee meetings for Wednesday, March 4th. We'll start off with the Chair of Public Works, Commissioner Lewis.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. President. I call the Public Works Committee meeting to order on Wednesday, March 4th, 2026 at 7:38 p.m. One comment before we get started. I just hope the Public Works group had an opportunity to get some rest this weekend, some much deserved rest. So thank you for all that you do and the spirit in which you do it. Agenda item 1A, receipt of the monthly report for February 2026 for Highway Department report. I move that we accept that report. The board, are there any comments, concerns, questions? Seeing none. The public, any questions, comments? Seeing none. I move that we accept the February 2026 Highway Department report. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
Aye.
1B, I move to accept the January 2026 Refuse and Recycling Department report. Board, are there any questions, comments, concerns? Seeing none, the public, any questions, comments, or concerns regarding the February 2026 Refuse and Recycling Department report? Seeing none, I move that we accept this report. All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. 1C, the February 2026 Parks Maintenance Department report. Board, any questions, comments? I move that we accept this report. All those in favor say aye.
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 1D, I move that we accept the February 2026 Street and Traffic Light Superintendent report. Board, do you have any questions, comments? Seeing none, any questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, I move to accept the February 2026 Street and Traffic Light Superintendent report. All in favor, say aye.
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 1E, February 2026 Fleet Superintendent report. I move that we accept that report. Any questions from the board or comments? Seeing none. Any questions or comments from the public? All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. 1E, the February 2026 Fleet Superintendent report. I move that we accept that report. Any questions or comments from the board? Any questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 1F, February 2026 Stormwater Coordinator report. I move that we accept that report. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, are there any questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. 1G, the Shade Tree Advisory Commission report for February 12th, 2026. I move that we accept that report. Any questions or comments from the board? Any questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, 1H, Environmental Advisory Council report for February 9th, 2026. I move that we accept that report. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, any questions or comments from the public? Okay, thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, that completes the receipt of monthly reports and citizens committee meeting minutes. Old business, number 2. 2025 to 2026 final deer management update report. I move that we accept that report. Are there any comments or questions from the board?
Mr. Chair, I think you have
Yeah. Chris Track.
Track here.
Okay, Chris, you want to give us a report?
Yeah, you guys
Add to
had
the report.
yeah, there was 46 deer taken. The one thing that I just got updated on 2 days ago that wasn't in the report, there were 17 deer donated with a weight of 1,012 pounds, which provided 4,051 meals to the Hunters for the Harvest program. And I did want to follow up on the incident that occurred on January 6th. We haven't heard anything official from the Game Commission regarding that. We're still waiting on that. When we hear something, we'll let you know. But internally, there were some things that we looked at as far as safety issues for moving forward. If you want me to go over that now, I can, or we can do that as we move toward next year. That's your decision.
Mr. President, how would you like to proceed?
Chris, it probably makes sense that we get a summary of your recommendations for safety improvements for next year, and that we get an opportunity to review that in advance of approving the program for next year. So I don't remember when you normally come back to us. I think it's like in the early fall or something to renew the contract, or remind me. I don't remember.
It's usually around June.
Okay.
Because the season starts in September, so we usually try to get out of it because nothing happens productive in the summer. So we try to get out ahead of that. So
we're working on our tans.
Yeah, we could do that at that point, Commissioner, if you want to do that.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you. Commissioner Stein, and then Commissioner Nars, and Commissioner Cherico, in that order.
I'm just hoping that when you come back, if you can include in there not only what your change and recommendations are for safety, but also how you may monitor or spot check safety, whether those guidelines are being followed, because it sounds like what happened here is at least one or two of the guidelines, maybe the existing guidelines, maybe weren't being followed. So if there's some plan for checking up, unannounced checkups to see, if those rules are being followed. That's all.
Oh, you're reading minds already.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Nars?
Thank you, Commissioner Lewis. Chris, thanks to you and your group for the work that you do. It's really beneficial for the township. It's really helpful. And the bonuses, as you mentioned, the 17 donated and the food that helps people out with. My one question is, 42 deer, just rough generally, what's happening with the other deer? I think the hunters get one, but can you remind us what happens with the other deer?
Yeah, the other deer, a lot of guys will butcher them for themselves. A lot of deer gets donated to people in the area that ask for it. A lot of residents will actually come out to us when they run into us and ask us for some venison. And that doesn't get recorded as donated through the Hunters for the Harvest program.
Okay. So it's even a greater benefit than the 17 is indicated.
Yeah, it's more than what shows up on paper.
Right. Okay. Again, thank you.
Did someone else have their hand up?
I put my hand down. I'm good.
Okay, thanks, Commissioner Cherico. Any questions, comments from the public for Chris? Okay, seeing none, I move that we accept the final deer management update. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Thank you, Chris. Great job.
Before you go, Chris, on behalf of the township and the Board of Commissioners, we can't thank you enough for you and your team, the extraordinary work and commitment to keep this township safe. And by doing what you do, you help to make Cheltenham a safer place. So thank you.
All right. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Okay,
Chris.
thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay. 3A, new business. 3A, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize GFT Inc. to proceed with engineering and construction services on the Carroll Avenue Stormwater and Roadside Improvement Project for a not to exceed amount of $79,900. Does anyone commissioners want to speak to that? Anyone in the township want to add to that before we? Yes, Samantha?
I can take that.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to have a short slideshow. If I could share my screen. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm not seeing it yet, Sam.
No.
How about now?
No.
No.
No. I apologize. Let's see.
You have permission, Allison?
I should.
Sam, if you're using more than one monitor, try moving the presentation to the other screen.
Okay. Are you seeing any screen right now?
No.
That's what happens when you have too much open. All right, share. And then how about now?
No.
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 Now?
Nope.
Oh, here, this one?
No.
No.
Can you talk us through it?
Yes.
Yep. Well,
There you
wait.
go.
Here it
There
comes.
you go.
All
that-
right.
All
I'm
right.
sold.
The
There
dog
you
with the
go.
frisbee.
Got me with the dog.
I'm sold.
Is it a full screen?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
just see
we're seeing.
your desktop. We just see your desktop picture.
All right.
I thought that was the presentation.
No.
I wish it was.
All right. Let's see. I don't know why it's all right. Now?
No.
No?
Still
Really?
cute dog.
Okay.
Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, I can
slides you
talk you
have?
through it.
And maybe share
So
the PowerPoint at a later.
yeah, that's
Oh,
okay.
There you go.
Here it comes.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry about that. So I will try to speed this up a little bit, but this is the Carroll Ave Stormwater and Roadside Improvement Program. Carroll Ave is located in Glenside near Carroll Ave Park. Carroll Ave is a township-owned road, is about 800 linear feet. Currently, there are no stormwater features or infrastructure along Carroll Avenue. So some existing roadway conditions. As you can see here, there is severe erosion and deterioration. So there's a lot of stormwater issues because the roadway is flat. It's causing water to lay and therefore undermining the edges of the roadway. So we were in a meeting with Penn State representatives, and they let us know about this Montgomery County Low Volume Road Maintenance Program. And under this program, the State Conservation Commission allocates money to the conservation districts, where the Montgomery County Conservation District administers these projects for low volume roads. A low volume road is anything that has less than 500 vehicles per day. So when we found this out, we thought Carroll Ave would be a good project. So we submitted an application in December of 2025, and in January we were notified that we received $202,000 for stormwater and roadside improvements. The funding will support environmental improvements to help with flooding. As part of this program, the applicants are required to attend an environmentally sensitive maintenance training, where Mr. Coyle and Mr. Dermer went last month, and completed that for the township. As you can see, the grant will be dispersed into 2 payments. We will get one now, and then upon completion, we'll get the other 50%. So the overall intent is to design improvements and to reduce runoff to mitigate flooding. The proposed scope of work under this, the grant will cover regrading the roadway to improve drainage, which then the engineers will consider green stormwater infrastructure features to help with that mitigation and runoff. And then if it can't be collected through those green stormwater infrastructure features, then inlets and piping will be installed. Since there's no infrastructure in Carroll Ave, you have to connect to existing system out in the intersection of Carroll Ave and Brook Road. There is those 2 inlets that you see pictured in the bottom left-hand corner. So in order to connect to that, it would have to cross Brook Road, which does not meet the low volume requirement. So the township would then be responsible for that work. So next, we're going to discuss the proposal and the next steps. GFT had submitted an engineering cost proposal for $79,900. These services would include survey all the way through to construction inspection. And in the proposal, it states that, the plan development and bid documents would take approximately 3 months. So where does that take us to the next steps? If the board recommends to authorize GFT to begin the design, then we would send out notification letters to all the residents in the area so that when the surveyors are out there, they're aware of the project. If we get to start the design in April, then we would hope to go out to bid in July. We would bid for the month of July and August, and then through GFT and township staff, we would make a recommendation for the board to award a contractor, hopefully sometime in September, and then get ready for starting construction in October. If we are close to this timeline and hit these key dates, then we'll be able to complete the project by February of 2027, in which the grant expires. So that's a quick overview of Carroll Ave project. So if anybody has any questions, I will be happy to take them. And I apologize again about the mishap there.
Commissioner, thank you, Samantha. Commissioner Cherico and Commissioner Norris, in that order, please.
All right, Ms. Brinker, thanks so much for the presentation. Nice job. What is I think you said green stormwater?
Yeah, green stormwater infrastructure. So that would be your vegetated swales. That's where you get your naturalized basins. Those are all examples of green stormwater infrastructure. And so the idea would be to help infiltrate into the ground through those swales rather than piping it directly down into the system, which ultimately goes directly to the creek.
And so I take it that during the design phase with GFT, they will be able to identify whether those swales would work, or whether we need to take and put in the stormwater sewer grates and lines that will go over to Brook. Is that my understanding?
Yes, correct. So the engineers will look at those possibilities for installing the green infrastructure. However, there are a lot of utilities as well that will need to be considered, and ultimately, we'll have to see if infiltration is, works in that area. So.
And do we expect that the cost, if it doesn't work out the way we wanted to, would greatly exceed? And what would the township be on the hook for?
No, so the grant will cover a traditional system of inlets and pipes. They just promote the environmentally friendly, options. So
But they won't cover the part that has to go over Brook, right?
correct, because that's not a low volume road, and this is targeted specifically. It used to be for dirt and gravel roads, and now they're including low volume as well. So that's why anything in Brook Road will not be covered. However, I do want to say that this project was fully budgeted for, and at that time we did not know about this grant. So there's the funding that was already budgeted and the additional 202,000 in grant money.
Thank you so much. Nice job as always.
Yeah, great work. Commissioner Norris.
Yes, thank you. Ms. Brinker, a couple of questions regarding the dollars. So I'm assuming that with the grant, there is no matching, but can you tell us the Brook portion? And it looks like the paving of the road is on us also, if I'm understanding that correctly. Can you tell us how much that's estimated to cost us? And then you just mentioned that there was something in the budget. So how does that compare to what we have in the budget?
Yeah. So the improvements in Brook Road haven't been designed yet, so we don't have an exact number. So those details will be worked out, but within that $202,000, that was for all of construction, and then a portion of the engineering, but I don't have the cost estimate in front of me, but I would assume the township would probably be in for about 50K. And then we did budget 250 this year out of the Stormwater Fund.
Okay, and last question. Thank you for that information. Last question. You mentioned we meet the requirements if it's completed by February 2027. Is there any risk on us receiving the second part of the grant if we're not done by February 2027?
So the grant expires in February of 2027. So therefore we could seek a extension at that time. But there's always a possibility of not getting that extension. And then if the project's not complete, they won't release the rest of that funding.
Okay, thank you. I trust that you'll keep us on schedule. But I realize that weather is beyond anyone's projection. So thank you.
And that's what we would put if we had to do an extension. We would put those into considerations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Brinker, thank you very much for this, your effort on this. This sort of came to both of our attention a couple of years ago because of severe flooding off the road and into the neighbors. And Sam, really, this is one of those projects that Ms. Brinker really sort of leaned into, and not only worked with the neighbors and the residents, but ultimately after budgeting still went at the grant, and that support is really very much appreciated. So great work, and the residents of Carroll Avenue and that neighborhood are going to be really appreciative. So thank you for your hard work there.
Thank you. And as always, it's always a team effort. So
no doubt.
Commissioners, any other questions? Okay, so 3A, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize GFT Inc. to proceed with engineering and construction services on the Carroll Avenue Stormwater and Roadside Improvement Project for a not to exceed amount of $79,900. Board of Commissioners, are there any comments, any further comments or questions? How about the public? Any questions, comments? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, thank you. 3B, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize the following actions regarding township properties, facilities. 1, submit a lot consolidation application for 7420 Sycamore Avenue, Elkins Park, which is the Lamont Community Center, and application to the Zoning Hearing Board for proposed fencing installation in the front yard. Anyone wants to speak on that? Is there anyone in the township going to speak on that? Anyone?
I will.
Okay, go ahead, Allison.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, so this is, I can, if you don't mind, I can combine both of them. Number
Please.
2, which is also for 300 Ashbourne Road. So these projects are being recommended by staff to follow up on our facilities planning efforts. The lot consolidation for the Lamont Community Center, actually, it was as we're going through our reviews of the property, we found that it's actually 2 separate lots with the lot line going pretty much down the center of the lot, and there's really no need to do that. So it makes it easier if it's all one single lot. And then also, as we're going through the process, as we're upgrading the electric throughout the building, PICO has requested that we put an additional transformer, which will be excitingly located in the front yard. And I believe it's about 7 feet tall, so it's going to be pretty obtrusive in the front yard. And the recommendation is to camouflage it as best as we can with some fencing and landscaping, as long as it doesn't interfere with the electrical lines going through. So the zoning allows for a fence up to 4 feet in the front yard, and it has to be 50% open. So one of our recommendations at the very least is having it possibly larger than that 4-foot limitation, possibly a little bit more closed. We're still looking at some of the designing on that, and we'll actually be talking about it tomorrow internally. But we wanted to get that support from the board as we move forward so that we don't delay the construction process on the facility. But yes, we are looking at some ways to camouflage that as best as we can, and just wanted to get your support to go to the zoning hearing board, and we'd be happy to get you final designs before it does. And then also with respect to our the property on 300 Ashbourne Road, which is also known as the Shovel Shop, it is actually part of a much larger Tookany Creek Park parcel. So we've always recommended this, like for as many years as I've been with the township, of subdividing it out, also to make it easier for management of the property into a manageable parcel just associated with the shovel shop itself. So those are the recommendations. And like I said, if you're going to do one, might as well do both. And I'm sure as we get through our facilities planning process, we'll find other anomalies that we'll be looking to correct as well.
Okay. I'm going to take a vote on these separately. So I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize lot consolidation application for 7420 Sycamore Avenue, Elkins Park, and application to the Zoning Hearing Board for a proposed fencing installation in the front yard. Commissioners, any questions, comments? Thanks, Commissioner Chirico. Go ahead.
Manager Elliott, so help me understand. So we are we asking for permission to go before the board to ask to increase the height of the fence? That's part of what we're voting on today?
That's correct. Yeah, up to probably 6 feet. But once I get a final design in the next week or so, I'll confirm.
And 6 feet where? I mean, are we talking 6 feet in a 5-foot area, 6 feet around the entire property? Like what help me understand what we're trying to accomplish.
Just around the transformer. So it's probably about one fence panel around the transformer, like on each side. So
Okay. Okay.
6 foot by 6 foot.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. That's all. That's makes more sense now. Thank you.
Sure. Sorry about that.
Okay. Commissioners, any other questions, comments? Public, do you have any questions or comments? Ms. Melton.
Good evening, everyone. My only comment is that thank you, Allison, for your memo, because just reading the agenda, it kind of makes it say, wait a minute, the front yard. And when I think of the front yard, I'm thinking all the way down to, the payment. But your memo really makes it clear. The plans were shown to the Bahar. My only understanding is a little further back. It's not really up as far as I thought, and just on that side of the building, but it is larger. I don't recall them saying what height it was, but yes, everything in your memo makes sense to me as the person was there. And thank you, Commissioner Lewis. And I'm thanking, he's looking like, what you thanking me for? I see you. You can't see me, but I see you. I'm thanking you because in all the meetings that I have attended, I think this is the first one that I can recall that when the commissioners or the committee had to vote on an issue, that the public was asked for their comments before an actual vote from the commissioners. And sometimes that's just a little helpful for both of us, but I thank you. I really do. So those
Thank
are my
you,
comments.
but I would ask the president to speak to that because
Well, thank
that
you.
is not
Thank you, Commissioner Hartman.
that
Yeah,
is
well-
not necessarily my doing. So I'll
But
let
you did
the,
it. See, he might have thought about it, but you did it. So,
okay.
but
We're not
thank
going
you.
to take anything away from Commissioner Lewis. He's doing an excellent job tonight.
Okay. But again, thank you, Allison, for making it very clear in your memo for the public. Thank you.
And yes, if I might add, thank you, Ms. Melton, for adding that. On the next agenda for building and zoning, there will be the Bahar reviewed this a couple weeks ago and had a lot of support for not only the project but this aspect of the project as well.
Yes, and if we can just get more people to come to our meetings, thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Ms. Melton. Any other questions or comments from the public? Okay. Seeing none, I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize lot consolidation application for 7420 Sycamore Avenue, Elkins Park, and application to the Zoning Hearing Board for proposed fencing installation in the front yard. If there's no further questions, all those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. Okay. 2B2. Submit a subdivision application for 300 Ashbourne Road at the Shovel Shop. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the subdivision application for 300 Ashbourne Road, Cheltenham Shovel Shop. Commissioners, any questions, comments? Thanks, Commissioner Brockington.
Yes. Allison, can you go into a little bit more detail in reference to what this means for the shovel shop in that particular location? I would like just for the residents in my ward to know what we're looking to do and what this does for that shop.
So what it does is it creates a discrete lot for the shovel shop. It's always been part of a larger shop parcel. It's basically the parcel it's attached to is on the opposite side of Ashbourne Road. So it does help us manage the property, any work that we want to do, such as the work that we're doing on Lamont Community Center. If we ever want to do work on that, it would kind of set the yardage and make it easier to do land development or zoning or any other applications.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioners, any other questions, comments? Public, do you have any questions or comments regarding 3B2? Okay, I move that the
Yeah.
Board of Commissioners Yes.
Mr. Chairman, you do have one
Public.
resident.
Yeah.
Okay, good looking out. Jamie, did I pronounce that correctly?
You did. Thank you. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to raise my hand. So just on this shovel shop, does this adjustment to the zoning help with the facility plan, which I think is intended to sell it? Is that part of what this is supporting?
Yes, it would make it able to be sold as a separate lot. Correct.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions from the public? Okay. I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize subdivision application for 300 Ashbourne Road, Cheltenham Shovel Shop. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. Okay. 3C, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize township staff to advertise to bid the Tookany Creek Parkway repaving and pavement marking project as part of the Tookany Creek Parkway Road Diet. So I move that the Board of Commissioners authorize the township to advertise to bid the Tookany Creek Parkway repaving and pavement marking project. Commissioners, any questions, comments? Public, any questions, comments? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Is there, where's Jeff, Commissioner Chirico? He's there. Okay. Is there, this is for you, Commissioner Chirico. Is there any other new business that's not on the agenda? Anyone?
Could we, I actually have one quick question. Any chance, Mr. Coyle, any chance you can give us an update on when the streetlights at New Second Street by the trail will be turned on? Do we have any sense of the timeline on that?
Joe, are we waiting for a final inspection on that, or I know there's a few things
No.
that's been
So New Second and Tookany, that can't get turned on until the road markings can be completed. All the infrastructure's there, but unfortunately, because of the weather we've had this winter, that's put a very large delay in the road markings.
Okay.
So they need rain to wash the salt off, and then they need some warmer days. So it is on the contractor's list. They're aware of it, and they're aware that there are time frames involved with this. So once they get turned on, it'll be on for a test period in flash, and then it'll be turned on permanently for a test, and then it'll be a final inspection after that. So again, right now it's just waiting for better weather and being able to get the road markings done.
We
Thank
have
you.
a couple of things that are waiting on road markings right now. It's been quite a rough winter.
Okay,
70
thank you. I
degrees
do.
next week.
I'm sorry.
70 degrees next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Okay,
as long as it's dry and above 40, we can start addressing these road markings, but the dryness is the problem right now.
Okay, thank you. One other new business I want to announce, and you may have heard about it already, but spring is coming, as is our township-wide cleanup day, Fight Blight, April 18th. We encourage you to join a team, create a team, whatever it takes to help us clean up the township. Stay tuned for more details. Will be coming out next week about April 18th. But April 18th, Fight Blight Cleanup Day. Thank you. Any other new business? Seeing none, Citizens Forum. Does any citizens have any questions, comments? Ms. Melton?
Hello.
that a
Hitting too many
clap?
buttons. What? No, I was hitting too many buttons. Um, that was an accident. But I think this is the right meeting to say this. I know the potholes exist because of the bad weather and things, but there is not just a pothole, it's like a ditch. Going up Shoppers Lane, if you're coming off of Washington Lane, going towards up that road going up to the Target, there is a very large ditch. You can kind of see it, but probably at night you might not be able to see it. I think if someone actually rides over it, they may do damage to their car. It's not just a regular pothole. So I just wanted to bring that to
All right,
your
we
attention.
appreciate that. And Bo, I'm sure you'll look into that and make sure it gets handled appropriately.
Yeah, that's a private road. I think most people know that, but
Oh, I didn't.
we
Didn't know
will
it was private.
reach out to the complex and have them fill it up. And if they can't do it in a timely fashion, we'll take care of it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
one of us will reach out to the property owner Paramount.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Melton.
Mhm.
Jamie?
Hi. Has there ever been consideration given to adding a sidewalk at I guess it's the corner of Roland when it meets up with Ashmead? It's a really common walkable, I guess, street, because a lot of folks are walking there to get to the trail, but it's curved. So you can't really see the people walking down the street until you're already turning the curve. And so it's just super dangerous. And I know there are like two houses that kind of butt up against to the sidewalk, but just curious if there's ever been consideration given on that.
Commissioner Cherico?
I can't answer whether there's been consideration, but Jamie, if you would send me an email, that'd be great. That sounds like something that our newly formed Active Transportation Committee can take a look at. You can find my email address on the township website.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Okay, thank you. You're okay with that, Jamie?
Yep, that works for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Brown? You're muted. Okay.
Okay.
Ms. Brown, waiting on you. We can't hear you.
I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh,
No, that was somebody named Jamie.
okay, I had Jamie. My apologies. All right.
You just wanted me to say something? Hi.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Any other questions, comments from Citizens Forum? Okay. Seeing none, I move that we adjourn the meeting, Public Works meeting at 8:21 p.m. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.